Right, it's Saturday, March the 14th, 2015. I'm down at Pitsea in Essex, just about to undertake sections 4 and 5 of the Thames Estuary Path, which is around 8 miles, 7.5, 8 miles I believe. Reasonable day, sun's out, which is always a good thing, and stiff, cool breeze, so excellent for walking. And as you can see, that church up the top there is where I'm headed. So you come out the station and the path is very well marked apparently, which is just as well because I left my map back in the bed and breakfast. Good start, eh? I am a bit rusty today. It's 9 months since I did my last walk, filmed anyway, so I'll explain that in a minute. Information panel here about the sponsorship of the Thames Estuary Path, which is a relatively new path, opened up last summer I believe, building on the existing pathways of course. So as I was saying, a bit rusty at the moment. First film back in for 9 months. Main reason being because I'm out of London now and now living in Norfolk, which is a different ball game, so can't access places as easily. But main reason being because of my highly arthritic left hip. Bit ironic that, because these films were made for some future occasion when I could sit back and watch them. Just wasn't expecting that occasion to be so soon. Anyway, hobbling along at the moment, trying to avoid the knife, which the NHS won't do anyway. So getting some treatment for it, osteopathy with a bit of laser, heat patches, all the stuff, and let's see how I can get on. I have been told to sort of curtail my walks at around the 5, 6, 7 mile range, but that's only a warm-up for me really, which is very frustrating. Hence today's walk of around 8 miles. So let's press on and see what it brings. Nice purple coloured flower down there, one of the first harbingers of spring. I'm not sure what it is, as is usual with flowers. I'm not even sure if that's a native. I'm sure somebody can put me right. Okay, come out into this very muddy corner. Again well signposted, right next to the railway line. Into more open countryside now. As I say, it's a stiff, fresh breeze, but perfect for walking. It's around about 3 o'clock start. Hoping to get this done before sunset at 6. As I say, not sure of my abilities at the moment, whereas I'd be confident of getting this done in 2 hours or so previously. I'm allowing myself an extra hour today. Looking back towards Pitsea. With this church up on the mount there. I guess the official route is very close to that fence next to the railway line, but as you can see, quite a lot of water and muck over that way, so a path has been generated a bit further away, which is easy enough to follow. At this first kissing gate here, well, second one we've been through actually, and just short of that church in the distance, I've had the 1 mile indicator alert. 23 minutes, so much slower than I used to be. On the other side of the railway line here, you've got evidence of the industry of think that's Canvey Island, etc. Home of Wilco, Feelgoods, Ian Dury, etc. Quite an industrial walk for me, this one. World War II pillbox over there on my left. This is indicated on the County Council handout that you get, a copy of which I picked up at Pitsea Station. Just get a quick shot of this church, St Margaret's of Antioch, parish church of Bowers, Gifford. Very unusual looking church this. Saw this on the train as I was coming from Southend. Unlike many though, this one's locked up. I think it's dangerous inside according to that notice on the gate there. Looking to do some works inside. Yeah, as I say, very unusual church. Can't date it off the top of my head, but I'm sure a Google search will get you the answer. As you can see, there is a service every Sunday. The path continues away from the church, although there is a footpath through the churchyard. Our journey continues on down under the bridge. Now entering the RSPB's Bowers Marsh Nature Reserve. So who knows what we might see in here. Plenty of pylons around, I know that much, which isn't good for anything. Little information panel here about Bowers Marsh Nature Reserve. Bowers Marsh even, Nature Reserve. What I believe to be Canvey Island oil refinery in the distance there. As I say, quite an industrial walk this one, but I thought I would film it as I happened to be in the area. Stranglers concert last night at Leescliffe Hall. Just done 2 mile, even slower than the last one, 24 minutes now, telling us some information here about Bowers Marsh. Westminster Abbey in Bowers Marsh. Landscape. What was the river used for? Imagining such terrain, the song of a skylark resounds above that damn motorbike in the distance. Hope you can hear that. As you can see, busy traffic over there, and I suspect there's some scrambling going on illegally under that bridge. Soon find out. A little bit confusing at this point because it hasn't got the Thames Estuary Path marker on it, but presumably this is the way we continue. Next to this white marker post and a 4 or 5 armed marker post. Quite an operation down there at Canvey Island. Not dissimilar to that one that I filmed down at Fawley, or near Southampton, for book 1 walk 3 I think it was. Time out walks. And under the busy A road here. Here we go. No. So a little example there of how close we are to the moto scrambling. Noisy so-and-sos. Toolbox here, which I've just been told by that observer of the scrambling is a GPS hideaway, so somewhere in there's information hidden. Certainly is an urban wasteland here, but as you can hear, home to terns and all sorts. See why the RSPB got involved. Okay, just coming up to this brightly coloured storage unit. This is the 3 mile point, according to my magic voice. Just on the edge of Benfleet here. Must be half time actually. Appropriate, I'm in the east of England, good old West Ham territory. Away to Arsenal today. I'll have a look in a minute, see how they're doing. Mostly world here of former houseboats. Not sure what this thing is. Like a giant golf ball. Another March flower, whitethorn. And there's that purple one again. So perhaps it is a native. Bees flying around as well. Once again, the deathly hush here of former glories. There you have it, 3.5 mile from Pitsea, and 3.5 mile more to go to Leigh. There is Benfleet station. Now entering Benfleet moorings. And, excuse me, Arsenal are 1-0 up, Giroud. Excellent. Interesting tea break here for those that need one. Nice little outdoor seated area as well. From another angle. As you can see, never far from the railway line. Nice little pets graveyard here. 92, then 93. Yeah, those dogs did live alongside each other for a period. R.I.P. Plenty of seats here as well for a picnic, just before we enter Hadleigh Castle Country Park, which is here. As you can see, we're also following the Millennium Trail here. Lies ahead of us, fairly open country with Leigh in the distance there. As you can hear from the wind, possibly fairly exposed here. Quite pleasant vista on my left, just the other side of the railway line. Wind seems to be picking up, the temperature seems to be going down, so that rain they forecast tonight is on its way, I'd say. Interesting solitary resting spot here. I've noticed over on my right, in the very faint distance, see downs, my old stomping ground. Hadleigh Castle sitting up there on the hill, which gives its name to this park. Google that for more information. Looks like Arsenal won 3-0, so an excellent day all round. My hip is starting to ache 6 miles in. Yeah, that's about what the medics said. Anyway, can't complain really. This island over on my right out there is Two Tree Island, I believe, if you're looking on the map. About an hour of sunlight left. Some hardy souls out there, because the temperature in the chill factor is well cold now. A couple of Canadas, I think, over there, making use of that large puddle. Wonderful balancing act there from that gull, black-headed gull. Hadleigh Castle from another angle, south-southeast I think. Trains are pretty regular. Got a bird eye over there. As you can probably hear from the cacophony of noise, some kind of reserve just in front of it. Although the wind may be overriding that. There is actually an option to do a walk out to Two Tree Island here at Motor Club. Approaching Leigh, which has been rather spoilt by that monstrosity up on the hill. Close to Leigh station, got this great big information panel about the Foreshore Nature Reserve. Yeah, a bit tricky filming this. Anyway, gives you some idea on this map as well where you can continue on to Shoebury-Ness. Beyond this graveyard of hulks, just across the estuary there, got the industrial zones of the Kentish Islands. Not sure if that's Grain or Thanet. Anyway, yeah, those towers always give it away. So here we are, 7.5 miles later, back at Leigh-on-Sea. Pleasant enough walk. Did the old legs some good. Sun's just setting over there, as you can see. 2 hours 43 minutes. Not too bad considering the issues I'm having with the hip. Hip does ache like a tooth, but there you go. It is worn out, so right. Not sure when I'll next be filming, but hopefully it won't be as long now that I'm settling in. So yeah, Thames Estuary Path sections 4 and 5 completed.